Hey everyone, this is Alaska from Call Out Culture. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. And if you are enjoying the podcast and you feel inspired to start your own, let me tell you about the system that we use. It is called Anchor. Best things about Anchor, it's free. There's tools that allow you to create and record and edit your podcast right from your phone and your computer. You can even add a song from Spotify directly from into your episodes. The possibilities are endless of what you could create, whether it's like music analysis or your own radio show or something that the world's never heard before. I don't know what that is. You figure that out. Not my job, yours. Anchor is going to distribute the podcast for you so it'll be heard on Spotify, Apple, and all the other podcast you can use. Like all you do is you upload your podcast and boom, it appears in the other feeds. You can also make money through advertisements like this, or you can also set up like your own sort of Patreon fan support thing. There's no minimum listenership, and everything you need to make your podcast is in one place. So if you want to do a podcast, you want to be like us here at Call Out Culture, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get started.
Welcome to Call Out Culture Podcast with Alaska, Curly Castro, and Zilla Rock.
All right, we are back.
We're here.
We're here. And we're here for the year-end Festivus celebration.
We did it.
We are here.
We are here.
Air some motherfucking grievances. So
I'm
we're just going to take a few minutes and just let off some shit that we've had on our chest. That's been bothering us. And then we're gonna take a quick break, and we reached out to our listeners, and asked them to share some of their grievances with us, and we'll share them with you all as well, and maybe have a comment or two on the side.
Yes.
So, do you want to go first, or you want me?
Why don't you go first? I'm going to feed off you with this one.
Okay. So, my grievance kind of like oddly ties into like the whole Spotify year-end thing.
Oh,
but it's more of a bigger version of it.
You were bored to give this rant. Do it.
Because right, so here's my thing. I don't give a shit about Spotify. And
Clearly.
like if people want to post their Spotify shit, cool.
Right.
Like I don't get getting upset about it. What bothers me the most is that people are still complaining that Spotify doesn't pay fucking artists.
Shut the fuck up.
You know this. Everybody knows this. And yet, you still pay a fucking distribution company to get your shit on Spotify.
Go on.
It's a goddamn voluntary relationship.
Go
you
on.
Voluntarily enter. Spotify is not forcing you to put your music on there. Listeners are not forcing you to put your music on there.
Get them.
The only person forcing you to put your music on there is you fucking moron. So I don't want to hear an adult who's 45 years old complaining because they have 19 million streams and only got $7. Go to Bandcamp. Put your shit on Bandcamp. You'll sell one CD and get that amount. Your work will not be wasted. If you choose to go on Spotify, you choose to go on Spotify. Own it. Don't be a victim. Stop pretending that these people control your goddamn life. And it's the same thing with everything. It's like people on Twitter just complaining all fucking day about every goddamn thing. When you're just on there complaining all day, everybody's tuning you out. There's one person who posts the same fucking thing every goddamn month about how, people are dicks. They're not really checking them. I see you people out there with your big heads, and I'm going to come and get you. You just wait and see. But tomorrow you're going to be complaining about some other shit. All you people do is fucking complain. Nobody is forcing you to do a goddamn thing. You're a grown-ass man with your own fucking life, your own jobs, your family. Spend time with them. Don't be fucking this voluntary thing that you do on your own because it makes you angry and it makes you feel like you have a purpose. There's people that I love that go on there and just complain about shit, and I mute it because I can't listen to them anymore.
You have to.
And it's like, I'm sure the people that are your fans don't give a shit if you're like upset because somebody somewhere did a thing that upset you. Good fucking, who gives a shit? Nobody gives a shit. That's life. That's part of life. You're not going to walk up in the supermarket and complain about shit. You don't have to shop on Amazon. Nobody's forcing you to shop on Amazon. Go to fucking any store. There's tons of mom and pop stores in your neighborhood. Go there. Oh, Amazon's ripping off the people that put shit on their stores. Have you ever heard generic products? Walk into a goddamn supermarket. There's going to be a Food Town version of whatever there is in the shelf. It's how business works. It's how business always worked.
Yep.
Amazon's the biggest company in the world. Sears went out of business 2 years ago. It was big as Amazon. Calm the fuck down. Live life in reality. And I'm tired of hearing about how, oh my God, it's 60 degrees in November and December. Happens every year. Since I've been a kid, there's been a day that's 60 degrees. Do we still have to have this stupid fucking conversation every day? Stop being an idiot on the internet. Just like make fun of dumb people.
Yes.
And that's what it's for. That's all Twitter's for. Twitter's for making fun of stupid people.
It's beautiful. Hence Nancy Reagan throat goat. We brought it back to the essence of Twitter with Nancy Reagan being the throat goat.
Yeah. If you don't like being on Facebook, don't be on Facebook. If you don't like watching baseball, don't watch baseball. Jets fans, if you don't like watching the Jets, nobody's forcing you to watch the Jets, and you don't deserve better because you've been a fan of a shitty team for 40 years. I'm tired of hearing Jets fans complain about that shit.
Tell them.
You decided to be a fan of the shitty team. I'm a fan of the shitty team. Turn off the game when you know they're going to suck. Do some shit with your family. Be a goddamn grown-up. Losers.
This is real life. You're not getting this anywhere else except co-op culture. This was like a wonderful Dame Dash rant, but from one of my friends. Not one of my heroes, just one of my friends. He smacks you, give you a beat, and inspire you to grow the fuck up. Yeah. How about that?
And don't hit me up later being like, it's not easy for some people to change because things are hard sometimes. So it's not just that easy.
Fuck up.
It is that easy. Either do it or don't. Like Yoda taught you that in Return of the Jedi. Do or do not. You were 8 years old. You had the lesson. Go.
Yes. Shouts to you. Damn. I wish Castro was here for that one. He would be distorting quite heavily while screaming and cackling in West Philadelphia. Oh, wow. Oh, man. I don't even know what to say. Man. About 6 things I wanted to say could have fit in right there. Wow. I'll tie it in like this because Super Duty Tough Work is kind of touching this shit too, and you did, and the Spotify and all that. I'll say this. This ties into the episode that they did a few weeks back about social media, and if the logic was like, if your social media experience sucks, it's because you suck, which I agree with, right? So what in the last year and change, I was like, especially during COVID, I was like, I'm not here to fuck around. I need to get my shit straight financially. I need to have a huge rainy day fund. I need to have all my shit immaculate because, rewind back to March, April 2020, we didn't know what the fuck was going to happen with anything. So since March, April 2020, if you follow my music, you follow this podcast, I've been getting fucking busy, putting out a lot of shit, doing this show, expanding the show, doing press, doing everything we could outside of just doing, shows and hanging out, right? And the whole point of that is to say, on my end, even though the things that were annoying in my life as an adult when I was in my 20s, 30s, I took control of that shit, right?
Yep.
When you just sit there and be like, it's going to suck to have to deal with these things that are annoying and complicated. Like right before me last recorded, we're dealing with real adult shit, like refinancing mortgages and fucking pre-approval for houses and getting bank forms from the last fucking 12 months. And then apply. These are stressful, annoying things that affect more people than just you. So when you take control of these things, though, you realize listen, I'm not great at this, but if I apply myself and just go all in with an open mind, 2-3 months from now, I'm really going to know what the fuck is going on with my stuff, right? So Castro and I have been lucky enough to consult with a bunch of artists this year. And a lot of this shit is the people we've been talking to and working with, they're not on this victim shit. They're not on this, I get on a playlist. I don't know how to get on a playlist, bro. My playlist shit is whack. All right. I've run ads. I've done everything Spotify has said. Oh, make playlists of your own. Fucking post it. Share it. You know what I did early on when these motherfuckers went public? I bought a piece of Spotify. So I make more money off Spotify on a monthly basis than they could ever pay me, right? Because the game ain't for me to be on Spotify. I'm indie. Nope. But I was like, I'm going to get a piece of these cats. Go on Robinhood right now. Buy a fractional share. $3 here, $10 here, $50 here. Own these motherfuckers. Instead of crying about them, you be the boss. Same thing with Apple. Same thing with anything else, right? So when you take control of your shit, that's not in vogue to take control. And that's a common theme on the show, right? Me and Alaska especially. We're not on that shit of fucking woe is me in the corner. We're indie dudes. Like, you hearing us is because of us. You know what I mean? Alaska a little bit different, comes from a vaunted crew and a label and a group. However, how many dudes are from that era? Right. That's my point. Like, that wasn't like, oh, I mean, like, you're just dope. Here's everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was like doing shit for free for years, getting nothing, getting booed. No one buying this. No one, like, all that shit. Like, I'm at my peak right now. I'm year 15 of being an indie artist, right? And so with all that said, it's like, I said this on a bunch of other shows, so I want to say it on this show. We have the best opportunity right now in history. Fuck the doom scrolling nonsense. Fuck your whiny ass friends who never did shit. Fuck that. Don't listen to any of these people. You know what you should be paying attention to? People that are doing dope ass shit that you want to learn. They could be entrepreneurs. They could be tech people. They could be salesmen, marketing, fucking content. Whoever these people are. Blueprint. He's one of our biggest inspirations and homies, right? Look at this man. Author. Now he's a CDL licensed guy. Like, on top of being one of the nastiest dudes in rap, right? So all that's to say, like, yo, if you just sit back and say, yep, nothing's going to change, everything's worse than ever, it's not worse than ever. You're on some zero-sum mentality bullshit, and you need to get the fuck up out of that, because none of us want to go back to 93. Yeah, the music was great. The fashion was crazy. Haha, Def Comedy Jam was on. But, like, I like being able to do a show in my basement where we can hit people from around the fucking world every single week whenever we want and make money off of it. We can put out our own shit and make money off it whenever we want. We can work with people we want, not to go through managers and fucking labels and shit. And so all this doom and gloom nonsense, this show is not about that. And if you're on that doom and gloom shit yourself, I've probably muted you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you show up on the fucking group text where we screen grab your shit and we all make funny behind your back. All right. And I'm saying proverbially you. There might be 50 of you. I don't know. Yeah. But because we don't engage with it. Nope. We don't engage. So my rant is, we're watching you be on some sucker shit, or we just mute you or block you. And then if we do still fuck with you, you act like a goddamn whining ass bitch in the corner. It's not fair. Yo, it's never been. When the fuck was it fair? When was it fair, bro? Who had a great look immediately in any capacity and in the history of anything? Nope. This shit has never been fair. It's about what you can leverage, what you can learn, how you can grow from it, how you can get better. Period. Now, there's some people real circumstances, right? Like debilitating diseases, right? Extreme poverty, losing their business from COVID. That's different. We're not kicking people when they're down. Clearly not that. But beyond that shit, yo, I don't engage with that. You know what I mean? And to go back to a Logic's point, everyone I follow on social media now, we tell our clients this in Griff Company consultation: clean up who the fuck you're following, bro. This is a free gem. Normally you pay me in Castro for this. You need to go through that shit and dead a lot of these people, right? Dead them, because you followed them for one thing back in the day, or you followed them, they followed you back, or some bullshit. But if you're going on there and it's like fucking up your mood and fucking up your day, yo, I'm on these platforms all day learning, dude. I'm learning. And again, I'm not going to sit here and toot my own horn. But if you know me and you've been following me, I'm in a way better spot than I was 2-3 years ago. That's not some like stroke of genius shit. That's just work. That's just learning. You know what I mean? Spending time and money. But you put that shit in your mind every day. That's doom and gloom nonsense. You fall into that fucking algorithm. The algorithm's like, oh, you're a doom and gloom ass dude. Here you go, work girl. Yep. Here you go. Here's more things telling you, right? Yeah, everything's fucked up. You can't do anything. Yeah, it's worse than ever. Fucking billionaires. Fucking anti-vaxxers. Fucking Trump is still doing. Who gives a fuck, bro? Who cares? Dame Dash said the other day, he's like, I never gave a fuck who the president was in my life, because I'm still gonna get mine. I'm still gonna do what I need to do. I don't care who the fuck the president is. I was like, yes, thank you. I don't care. You know what I mean? We were all had our brains broken from Trump, but like, it's a new day, man. And so take it from two indie people, one way more decorated and celebrated than me. But we're saying the same shit, man. Like, we're not setting the world on fire in terms of, we're on Adult Swim or some shit. But if you're listening to the show, you found us somehow, some way, and it's not because someone cool on a big platform said to check you. We're not on Drink Champs. Like, I'm not on Griselda albums or some shit. Like, so if you listen to this shit, if you're salty or hurt, that means you got to step back and take inventory. Bro, I just got some real strong, harsh feedback the other day on a professional level where I was like, damn, you know what I mean? That shit hurts. I get it. You know what I mean? Like, but I had to sit there and be like, you know what? That's just gonna make me understand I got work to do. Period. I got work to do. I don't have this shit mapped out beautifully, but it's always ongoing. Even the show. Where we were, episode 10, we're episode 1, whatever the fuck we are now. It's all about keep going. And if you fuck with us, we fuck with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you get salty by some of this stuff, like it's Festivus. This is what it's about. We got to air it out and then we move on. We take it in and we move on. We love you, man. That's it. There you go. I have really nothing planned. Like, coming from the heart.
Nobody ever said shit was fair. It's not. Life ain't fair. Like I got kids coming up to me all the time being like, yo, it's not fair. And I'm like, your parents have never gave you the most important lesson in life. Life ain't fair. It's not about being fair. It's about what are you going to do?
That's it.
That's really the end of it. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and let it define you, or are you going to define yourself?
That's all, bro.
Boom.
That's all that matters. So we went deep on the people, man. That's our TED Talk. I'm Zilla. He's Alaska. You know what I mean? You can catch us on campus tours this spring. Tony's rich fucking asshole kids, they ain't shit. He'll never be shit.
Catch us getting canceled at Berkeley.
Yo, man, it's gonna be great. So we'll take our last break. We'll go through now on a lighter tone. We'll break it back with what a lot of you guys is your tweets on your grievances. We'll give our 2 cents, rapid fire grievances. Boom, there you go.
Quick 2 cents on them. All right.
Boom.
All right, we'll be back.
Okay.
It's that time again. We're back. Career Crooks, me and Small Professor. New album, Never at Peace, available now worldwide, streaming on all platforms. Very, very, very limited pieces of merch left. You can scoop it at wreckingcrew.bandcamp.com. If you've heard the Live from the Liner Notes episode, you know what it is, you know what we're about. If you haven't, go back and peep it. Play the new record featuring Shrapnel, I Alive, and Donovan Days, Blueprint, DJ Manipulator, and that's all she wrote. New banger, me and Small Pro, Never at Peace, Career Crooks, available now.
Wait a minute, cut this shit. Yeah. Damn, man, why don't you pump this shit up so you can fuck with my eardrums a little bit? Alright, bet.
Hey, yo, this is Chubzilla, one half of Sons of Andre, with the late Scorsese Lord Jones. Scorsese and I have a record together under the name Sons of Andre called Dungeon of Doom. It features some of my happiest production yet and some of Scorsese's best writing. It is available on limited edition cassette and CD and at every digital outlet you can get your music from, as well as insubordinaterecords.com. Dungeon of Doom features appearances by Alaska, Zilla Rocca, Poison Pen, and Alex Ludovico, stealing the goddamn show on this very beat. So you can go get Dungeon of Doom wherever you fuck with music at. Long live Scorsese.
All right, everybody, we're back.
Oof, I'm not even drunk tonight. That's the craziest part.
It's
not
probably
even
good
drunk.
that we weren't, because we'll probably start calling out names.
Oh, like some corrupt shit.
Yeah. So let's go. We asked our listeners to hit us with some grievances. So let's work our way through. So the first one is from DJ Rashid.
Shouts to Rashid.
At DJ Rashid on Twitter. And his grievance is major labels embracing vinyl for pop releases, which crowds out availability for indie artists. Also, producer tags in rap songs. I understand why they do it, but it's annoying. What is a producer tag in a rap song? I don't know.
When you'll hear like Mike Will made it. Just Blaze.
Okay.
No,
Canon.
Yep, Canon. Right, on that shit.
Yeah.
Kanye West. No, I'm just kidding. That's not it. The Alchemist had that one Alchemist. Like,
okay.
Premiere. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I know why they do it, and I can see where it's annoying.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear the new Cargo Cults album, and it's just all Zilla Rocca going, Zilla Rocca.
Zilla beats.
And then, yeah, I mean, I could see where the vinyl thing's annoying.
It's very annoying. I was talking about this briefly at work today. I'm like, when the vinyl bubble bursts next year,
yeah,
it's going to be very strange. It's going to be odd. when everyone who's like buying this $50 to $80 vinyl, that shit ain't worth shit anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like the year-long like Bandcamp, get everything out, people obsessed with music is ready to burst also.
I agree.
Yeah, it's coming to an end soon.
We had a good run. It was a good lick. We move on to the next one.
Go back to making like an album a year. You'll be good.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. All right, what we got next?
All right, we got Vacation Jeff 80.
Shouts to Jeff.
Also known as Jeff insert blue check mark. Run the jewels finger symbols. He writes, I need a content break. Well, this is very on brand for what we were just talking. I need a content break. I feel like I listened to a lot of super dope shit in the past 2 years, but I don't feel like I'm really soaking it all up and really enjoying it.
Real shit, Jeff.
Yeah. I mean,
I feel that way too.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's one of the hardest things right now. There's just like so much.
Yeah, it's I just burned through 3 seasons of Narcos, which is fucking incredible. And like towards the end, I was like, yo, I'm like emotionally exhausted. Like I need like a 3-4 day break from this show.
Yeah.
And then once it finished, I was like, oh, there's 3 seasons of like Narcos Mexico. But
Which
I'm
is
like,
better than the original.
That's crazy. Yeah, shouts to Narcos, because towards the end they were like, yo, you're gonna hear Shook Ones 2 on this show. You're gonna hear fucking J. Rue on this show. You're gonna hear like Cream. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
and
it came out like 10 years after, but we're still gonna have it.
Yeah. But and shouts to them with the opening title credits that the Wu-Tang Saga show totally ripped off, and it looks, like the dollar store version. But yeah, Jeff, I feel you, Jeff. There's just, that's why, again, we don't take it we talk a lot of shit, but we don't take it for granted when people are reviewing our albums, interviewing us about them. It's a lot, you know what I mean? It's a lot of music. Like we're talking about some shit that came out, on Me and Alaska's list, like January, February, April, and feels like, wow, that was so long ago when those albums came out. But
yeah,
I think it's a lot of people feel.
Yeah, it feels like it was a lifetime ago. The homie Def C comes in with
Def C.
He wants to know why did the Seinfeld series have such a terrible series finale?
Spoiler alert. So they all go to jail. I think it was great only because it was subversive.
I think it was a big fuck you to everybody.
Yes.
Like they want a show about nothing to be about something.
Yes. And the final 2-3 episode shows like they were like the most narcissistic, like ego-driven, mean, manipulative, terrible people. Yeah. And the joke was on us the whole time, like liking them and rooting for them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah. I think it was great. At the time I didn't get it, but when you step back and like look at Larry David and those people, like, yeah, he was like, actually, fuck us. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, these are terrible humans, but they're horrible funny. Humans. Yeah.
Because we're all horrible humans. So Chumzilla came with a long list of complaints.
Come on, Chum.
He said, the fact that there's a large chunk of our population that still thinks being anti-fascist is bad, Dilla clones, social media algorithms, fart cars with loud mufflers, Will and Jada's sex life, truck mads, Kanye, project budgeting, and SP404 fandom. Chum, I think this was from our episode in 2018.
This is old, except for the Will and Jada shit. The Will and Jada shit is that's I read the Will book. We did the Will episode with Reef. Thankfully, he really doesn't go into that much as they've been doing on like Oprah and shit. And I just tuned that shit out. I don't want to. I've been watching more Will movies, but I don't want to know about that shit. Yes, that's a lot. Yeah. The rest of that shit, yeah, that shit is going backwards, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, man, that's just like 2019, bro.
Yeah, man. Dilla stands. That's like 2050.
Yeah, man. You gotta update your algorithm, bro.
Yeah. You gotta update. You gotta update your fucking grievance resume and submit it again, dog.
There you go. Step your game up, Chum.
Shouts to Chum. Yo, and Dungeons of Doom. That's one of the best albums this year too. That's
which one?
Great word. Dungeons of Doom.
Oh yeah, it's
yeah. Sons of Andre.
Amazing.
For real.
Really great.
Great. Seriously, great fucking album, bro.
Yeah.
You did
amazing production.
Yeah, but you got to update that resume, send it back, and your cover.
Yeah, man. Update your grievances. Next thing you're gonna be like, what is with these AOL CDs?
Oh God, Fubu, was it really for us by us or for you by us? I don't get it.
Right. So Kikoa, aka Roaring Forkwood,
it's my man.
Hell yeah! Have you ever seen his woodwork shit?
Only when he posts my merch while like flexing with the woodwork. That shit is tough.
he's amazing. He's really dope. He does crazy like custom shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's cool as shit. So his is, I wish I would have taken my writing more seriously over the years. All this amazing music this year has really inspired me to pick the pen back up and sharpen the blades.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
cool, man.
I don't know if that's a grievance other than just keep doing it, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. Yo, that's great, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not a grievance, but thank you. Not a grievance. Yeah. Put that on the iTunes review next time, my man.
Yeah, exactly. That should be your iTunes review.
Yeah. Just copy and paste that shit.
There you go. Chum, do the same with yours.
Yeah, Chum. Put that on the iTunes. Then we'll start getting like all these 404 people in Dillistan. Like, oh, I should check this show out.
Check this out, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Love Ulysses, aka Lou.
Lou, what's up?
Releaser of 2 packs.
Oh, man.
I really want to fight my downstairs neighbor for calling the cops on me without talking to me around noise complaints until I found out that he was a very old veteran. Now I'm mad, and I can't even be that mad about it.
So wait, he's complaining because he's playing the music after a certain time?
Yeah, I guess his neighbor got salty, and instead of like being a human knocking on his door,
right,
and being like, "Hey, can you turn that down?" He called the cops. Real big.
That's still some sucker shit.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you've been in a war zone or not. It's still. I mean, maybe he would have like came upstairs and like, I don't know, you were listening to like Tragedy Award by Company Flow, like Tragedy Award in 3 parts. He would have like had flashbacks.
Triggered, yeah. He
been, maybe that would have been the case, but
intrusions.
We have a co-op board here, and people that are close to me are on the co-op board, and it's like people just don't know how to like have conversations in real life. There are people like that write the co-op board like, I have a noisy neighbor and I don't know how to deal with him. Can you guys say something to them? It's like, not your parents, bro. You're fucking 35. Go knock on the door and ask them to turn it down.
Like, yo, dude.
And they might tell you to fuck off.
Yeah.
But that's life.
And that's what you call the cops.
Yeah.
That's what you call it.
Or then you just fight back and get louder.
Yes. Yeah. Real quick before we go to the next one. So before me and my wife bought our house, apparently the people that lived here, like this family, but they were all fucked up. They clearly had like mental health problems. And so they were like, apparently they were always like dropping shit down the steps. Like, I don't know why, right? And we're South Philly row home, so you could hear every fucking thing. So it was so bad, like my next door neighbor currently, he said before he would leave from work, he would put his radio on with like a big cabinet speakers on like country radio, blast that shit, put the speaker against the joint wall and just leave for work every day.
Nice.
Just to fuck with the neighbor who lived here.
That's how you fight it, man.
Yeah, you tell me shit.
Yeah, like, I had a bad landlord once, and I was subletting, so I knew there wasn't anything I could do. And they reminded me of that every time I complained about something. But I also was able to move out in the middle of the night and hide old chicken behind the fridge. And they had no recourse. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
that's great.
You'll have your chance. Call cops on them.
I agree.
Yeah. Tell me he's playing Creedence too loud or some shit.
Yeah. I'm trying to study this old guy's playing the Creedence so loud.
Yeah, he's playing It Ain't Me. I ain't no fortunate son.
That's a good one. What's next on the list?
All right, next is from Big R and SD.
My man.
And he's going to play off the De La Soul.
Okay.
It seems like COVID is here to say like racism. And we got a goddamn vaccine.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an endemic, bro.
Yeah.
It's going to be here. It's like the flu.
I mean, my brother-in-law who works for a major pharmaceutical company who's in the COVID response world. Last year, he was like last summer's fall, so pre-vaccines. We were like, so how long do you think this is going to be around? He was like, 2 years. What did I even think? It's like 2 years. And this is like a scientist person who his only job is to work on drugs and vaccines even before COVID. He's like, yeah, about 2 years. So we're almost there. We're almost there.
Yeah, we're going to have to get boosters. We're going to have to do all that shit.
Yep.
It's part of life now, man.
That's it.
Yeah. It's like society's herpes.
That was next.
All right.
Just the big
so
R.
Now we got C4X.
Oh, that's the man.
also known as Busta Rhymes in Halloween Resurrection. And his grievance is that he's still in a phase where he's securing his finances.
Okay.
So he can't really find time to work on rap. He writes lyrics all the time, but has such a hard time getting into recording phase.
Okay. So let me handle this one.
Okay.
Because I saw Disco Vietnam chimed in with some fucking marvelous advice. Where Barry's point of view was make either recording the writing, meaning you should just be recording all the time and not writing, right?
Yeah.
Well, what does that even mean? Well, when you record, shit doesn't have to be pristine. It doesn't have to be. Anybody who listens to my albums, bro, I fuck up mad words. I slur shit. I say things that aren't even correct. That's some Capadonna shit. That, like Beatles, mad errors in all those albums, right? But the point is you're doing something. And then once you're just doing it, then you start writing more because you're more comfortable recording, right? So like me and Alaska record from home. We bang out a lot of shit when the time comes. And it's like, I used to go do a studio and record. I know you used to have to do all that shit. And it was like a big deal. We were like, oh man, I gotta like nail it, and like nervous. I'm in the booth and there's 7 people looking at me on the other side of the glass, and it's very vulnerable. If you're not in that situation, then who gives a shit? Just, have fun with it and don't be stifled. It's like that thing they do with kindergartners versus like adults. They take kindergartners and give them like 4 or 5 pieces of pasta and like marshmallows and shit, and they have like 3 minutes to build like a pyramid with all these parts, right? And they do it with kindergartners and they do it with adults. And the kindergartners solve the puzzle and build the pyramid, whatever, in like 4 or 5 minutes faster because the adults stand around and think. They go, well, what do you think about this? Well, I think maybe if on the side, well, maybe you should try it first. Well, the kindergartners just move and do shit. Yeah. Because they don't have anything blocking their creativity, right? So you want to think about it like that. When you start rationalizing or like giving in to those doubts or like those fears or, oh, I don't have time, I don't have the money, and well, how do you get the time and the money? That's the thing. And then how do you record all the time? It doesn't need to be a great setup at first. But just have movement and momentum. Because if you're standing still, you can't get any movement and momentum. You know what I mean? Like it needs to be something that's active. And writing is like sitting still. You know what I mean? Like it's very solitary. Everything is inward. You're in your head. You know what I mean? Like you're thinking about shit. Whereas like recording, performing is getting everything out. You know what I mean? Like it's really a different vibration. So there you go.
I'll add something to it as well, because my recording process has changed over the last couple of years because I've been in school.
Right.
So what I do is I do what you're doing right now. I write until I'm done. And then it's usually like once my last final happens in the spring semester, I know I got the summer to record. Right. And then that's when I record everything. I take like the first couple of weeks and just knock it out. So in your case, if you're working, you're getting your finances tight, right, until you're done. And once you're done, take 2 weeks off. You got vacation days.
There you go.
Or, just like every single night, I'm going to go and knock out one song.
That's it.
And then you're done.
One verse.
Boom.
Do one verse. Just start with one verse. That's all.
You don't have to do it all together. You just do it as it comes.
Right. And get in a relaxed space, right?
Yeah.
So for me, when I record, if I'm recording in the morning, on the weekends, I got to drink a lot of coffee because that makes me just get energized. It's like taking uppers and shit. And then if I'm hanging out with people or if it's night, I want to have some booze or some water to sound good and just be relaxed, whatever, because you want to just have fun with it. Again, it's not about hitting the bullseye with every fucking take. It's not the point. It's really just about enjoying the part of being creative and liking what you're hearing and putting down. That's the most important thing. So however you want to do it, bang. But great question, man. And a grievance? Sure, grievance.
There we go. And then we got Coach Dick Doctor at Dick_Doctor_TO.
Remember this. I'm very triggered by this one. Go.
NBA Twitter. The amount of hot takes and manic responses to every win-loss is fucked up. Not to mention every goofball on the ESPN trade machine with the perfect transaction. Just shut the fuck up and enjoy the games.
Yes. I'm not like that on Twitter, But with all the texts and shit, yeah, and the phone calls with Castro, and then texting Griff and Prem and Smalls, yeah, I'm on that shit. I'm definitely on that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck you, because the season's too fucking long. After the first 50 games, the players don't give a fuck. The coaches don't care. GMs don't give a fuck. And there you gotta do something to be engaged with an extra 30 some games to go. And these dudes are all bitch made millennials where they just get salty wherever they're playing after 2 years anyway, want to leave. So it's not my fault that Kyrie Irving's a fucking anti-vaxxer weirdo, that Ben Simmons is the greatest coward since fucking Robert Ford. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm going to cheer on. I'm going to shit on those dudes. I'm going to make fun of them. I'm going to hope they get traded. I'm going to talk about it for 4 months every day because, you know, I was just watching the Sixers lose tonight to a team with -5 guys with fucking COVID. What else? What am I supposed to just sit there and be cool with that? Hell no. I'm going to talk shit about Ben Simmons.
I mean, that's sort of similar to my bitching about like Jets fans.
There you go.
Like I listen to all these Jets podcasts and it's like dudes just being like, well, why didn't you do this? And why didn't you do that? I'm like, motherfucker, the whole team got injured.
The whole team.
And they suck to begin with. Calm down.
The whole team got injured and they suck to begin with.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's just sports, man.
It's just sports.
It's a bunch of young dudes getting paid millions of dollars to play sports.
Yep. And speaking of sports, I'm rolling right now in the Call Culture Fantasy Basketball League. I started off real hot. I was like 4-0. Now I'm like 5-2, 5-3. We had to regroup. I didn't like the culture. I had to make a couple changes. You know, a couple guys got their minutes cut. I didn't like the effort I was seeing. So I'm trying to do good. Tonight I'm playing who am I playing right now? Somebody named RJ, but their name is Ted Danson. And it's a picture of Ted Danson, but it's him dancing.
Okay.
Cutting a rug. So Ted Danson is who I'm playing.
Clever.
So eat shit, Ted Danson. All right, who's next?
All right. This is actually the last one, and I don't know if it's a grievance or what, but it's from the homie Roy, Christopher Roy C.
Shouts to Roy.
He said he doesn't know where to start, and that's his grievance. And I think that's about as good of a place to end.
It's a good one.
There's a lot of grievances.
A lot of grievances.
There
was one I was going to say that was wild funny. I don't even remember, man.
Did I miss it? I thought I got them all in the bookmarks.
I thought there was more.
Some of them might have just been responses to grievances. There was like the weird chum one about like people thinking that it's gay to wipe. Which again, I had to call you on that one, chum, because like four sailors in a YouTube video said it's the case doesn't mean it's the case.
Some fucking
here Billy Slang had a couple.
Okay, hit me.
His rap grievance. If you sing on over 50% of your album, you shouldn't call yourself a rapper anymore.
Ooh.
Max B does not apply here. And then this one is great. His general grievance. Left lane should have a 5 mile an hour speed limit faster than the right lane.
Totally.
Other countries do it, and it forces traffic to flow.
I agree, Billy.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Let me go back to the 50% of the singing.
Yeah.
I disagree only in the sense that the guys that are quote unquote singing, to them, that's not singing. That's being a rapper. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're like 22 now, if you were 10, so 12 years ago, so all you know is Drake. Like Drake was like your gateway drug to rap, right? Because when Drake first came out, you were like 10 years old. If you were 22, rapping. So, and I love Drake. So if you look at that guy, you're like, that's how you're supposed to make music. And in the last 12 years, overwhelmingly, like, I mean, rest in peace, Young Dolph. There wasn't a lot of guys like Young Dolph that was just rapping. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like 2 Chainz, just rapping. Be funny and be rich, rapping. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's just what they know. I mean, yeah, I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? But if they were like actually doing vocals, like singing like John Denver or some shit, like really singing, then I'd be like, you got a point. You know what I mean? But like Max B, that was more about like the pocket and the flow and like have a melody with his voice. It wasn't like about, you know, belting. You know what I mean? It's like the way Drake is so dope is because Drake makes you feel like, oh, I could do that. You know what I mean? Because he just does like 3 notes Us, da, 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 da. Like anybody could do that shit. Like that's his singing capabilities. You know what I mean? Da, 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 da. That's him. Like that's his whole range. You know what I mean? He's a billionaire off that shit. So it's like it lowers the bar of entry for people to come to the door. But Drake can rap his fucking asshole too. I don't care who's writing it. That shit, he can spit, dude. So there you go.
I don't really fuck with Drake, but yeah.
That's your all right. Oh, we had a couple more.
Yeah, there's a couple more. And these ones, I want to make a joke out of these kind of, but I also kind of don't. Like, I feel where you're coming from, but I'm also like, yeah.
The Black Panther Party 10-point program, written October 15th, 1966. We want freedom. We want power to determine the destiny of our black community. We believe that black people will not be free until we are able to determine our destiny. 2, we want full employment for our people. We believe that the federal government is responsible and obligated to give every man employment and a guaranteed income. 3, we want an end to the robbery by the capitalists of our black community. We believe that this racist government has robbed us, and now we are demanding the overdue debt of 40 acres and 2 mules. 4, we want decent housing fit for the shelter of human beings. We believe that the white landlords will not give decent housing to our black community, then the housing and the land should be made into cooperatives so that our community, with government aid, can build and make decent housing for its people. 5, we want education for our people that exposes the true nature of this decadent American society. We want education that teaches us our true history and our role in the present-day society. 6, we want all black men to be exempt from military service. We believe that black people should not be forced to fight in the military service to defend a racist government that does not protect us. 7, we want an immediate end to police brutality and the murder of black people. We believe we can end police brutality in our black community by organizing black self-defense groups that are dedicated to defending our black community from racist police oppression and brutality. 8, we want freedom for all black men held in federal, state, county, and city prisons and jails. We believe that all black people should be released from the many jails and prisons because they have not received a fair and impartial trial. 9, we want all black people, when brought to trial, to be tried in court by a jury of their peer group or people from their black communities as defined by the Constitution of the United States. We believe that the court should follow the United States Constitution so that black people will receive fair trials. 10, we want land, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, and peace. When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and nature's God entitle them, a decent respect of the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to this separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal, that are endowed by the Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Little Robert Hutton, Curly Castro, out on Backwoods Studios. Get it now.
But so this is from Blake Ambrose, PDX. He has 2. There was all this talk about taking stock and assessing what is actually of value in our society. And we just went right back to the death cult with 30% mask compliance. So that's the first one. Let me take this.
Do it.
If you've listened to any of my records, it comes from a place of experience. I was around in the 90s during the first great PC boom. And I was around for all of them, a lot of them, you know. Right. I've seen this cycle happen before where it's like, we need to really fix our society and we're going to take care of what's important. It's all performative bullshit, man.
Correct.
It's all becomes a marketing scheme. It's bullshit. Don't listen to it. Don't get caught up in it. It's going to keep on going. It's the same old shit. You're going to, in 5 years, everybody's going to be dressing like Britney Spears, and every music band is going to be the biggest pop group in the world. Everybody's just going to want to be happy. There's going to be a new Nelly, and it's just going to be like a decade of decades. And it's going to go back to being like, oh, we have to be like sustainable. And then people are going to be like, oh, can you believe it's 60 degrees in December? It's going to be the same old shit. It happens every fucking decade or generation. Right. You go through this cycle of people like, we're going to change it now. The kids are right. Greta's right. We're going to listen to her now.
No, the kids are dumb as shit.
Kids are dumb as shit.
Think how absolutely fucking stupid you were when you were 21 years old. I'm not taking any fucking advice in my life from anyone under 30. And 30's pushing it.
Yeah. So And then the other thing is you can't tell if this is a grievance with yourself or believing the campaign promises of politicians and not delivering. But yeah, and that's like getting mad at losing at 3-card Monte, getting mad at the dealer.
Yo, if you watch Narcos, dog, and you see how every motherfucker in the whole country was on the take,
Yep.
all the police, all the phone company, the generals, everyone was on the fucking take, right? Like the only difference between us and them is like they were on a take for massive cocaine cartel people.
Yeah.
Here they're on a take for, the banks. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Whatever big industry wants to buy in, they buy in. Everybody knows that shit. So it's like
sun comes up, sun goes down. The funniest shit is we just spent like how many $1 trillion on a 20-year war? And we have the nerve to complain about people not paying taxes. I mean, what are you paying taxes for?
Facts.
I mean, I pay my taxes, but I'm saying like to complain that there's not more tax money for a war machine. I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, man, go back
I
to
just
Dame
look at
Dash.
it all and it's all a giant grift.
Yeah.
And once you see it that way, it becomes much easier to just move around your life.
Yeah,
I know it's cynical and it's cold, but it's the truth. And it's always been the truth and it always will be the truth.
Yeah,
it's the way power works. It's the way money works. Anybody that tells you different is lying to your face. Anybody that tells you that their economic system is going to fix it, it's only going to fix it for them.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Just look at any system in the world.
Yeah.
The people in power are the ones that benefit.
Always.
So
check this one. From Psalm 1.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
This is ill. Shouts to Psalm 1. She did this in all caps. Most deluxe albums ain't deluxe. They're just songs that should have stayed in the folders.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah. Can we also do that with reissues too?
Oh, yeah.
Like there's so many like reissues that come out where it's like 95 alternative takes. I'm like, I just want the regular record, man. I don't need to hear the mess ups.
I went through the Beatles, the Get Back, the reissue, and I already had Let It Be Naked from the early 2000s when they did that the first time.
Yeah.
For Let It Be. And so I was like, that's cool. And then I watched the Get Back series, which is really cool. But there's like, a 2-3 hour slog in the middle where you're like, I mean, how many times can I just watch these guys yawn in the studio? It's like, and riff with each other and Yoko not talk, and then John high on heroin and George like boiling with resentment. Like, I mean, it's a rough 8-hour binge, but it's just like when they put the new one out, it's like, oh, here's like take 34 of this one, and here's the second. Okay, great. That's a one-time deal.
We did a lot with jazz records, man. Where it's just like,
fuck yeah.
I just want the regular record, man. The one that I grew up loving. I just want that. If it sounds a little better, cool. I don't need. It's not deluxe because you threw like 19 all takes on.
Right. Yeah, here I think this might be. Well, we have a couple more. From Elmatic. People pretending the Nas album was actually good. It was good, bro.
No, it wasn't.
It was good.
It was
good,
ass.
meaning 3 to 3.5 mics. That's fine.
No, it was like
3
2.
mics. 3 mics.
It was terrible.
That's all.
No, it wasn't even that.
You guys are fucking wackos, man.
It was 2 at best.
I don't appreciate this talk. 3 mics. It's good. Is it high replay value? Not really.
No, it's
King's
not
Disease 1's better. King's Disease 2 is, that should have been a fold. Most of it should have been a folder, but it's fine. All right.
I pretend that Nas doesn't exist anymore.
Right,
I've actually muted the term Nas in Twitter.
Speaking of sports, I've muted for years. Celtics, Knicks, Lakers, all these annoying fucking fans, they've all been muted for years.
Oh, yeah.
So I never see any of that shit.
I've muted Trump.
Yeah, I muted Trump, LeBron, Bernie. I muted all these fucking idiots that just like take up all the oxygen on Twitter and make it like a place where you're like, this is exhausting to read this shit. Yeah, once you mute all those terms, you're good to go, man. It really thins the herd, right? Okay, here we go. Sun Raw, Dear Call Culture. There are too many rappers nowadays. Please eliminate 3. I am not a crackpot. All right, Machine Gun Kelly, we tell he's got to go. He's got to fucking get out of here. That's 1. Who else can we get rid of? right off the rip.
I mean, can we get rid of Eminem?
Oh yes, fuck yeah, we have to get rid of Eminem.
I'd get rid of him before I get rid of Machine Gun Kelly.
All right, I'm keeping, and I'm sorry, I'm keeping Machine Gun Kelly because this song that was where he made fun of his hat.
Yeah, and just ate cereal.
Oh shit, that was no, I'm giving Machine Gun Kelly a fucking plaque just for shitting on Eminem's clothes. That was great. I'm sorry, Machine Gun Kelly.
And his beard.
Oh my god, yeah, he's like making fun of his beard and shit. Yeah, Eminem's number one. He's got to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
hands down. All right, who else can we get rid of?
Someone that's constantly embarrassing themselves.
I'm trying to think of someone who's just like annoying. Quality's got to go.
Go. He can go. Get rid of Quality.
He needs to go. I never need to hear him rap again. No. Like I'm good with the Black Star. I'm good with Reflection Eternal. Love that album. I'm good with the raucous singles. What If and 2000 Seasons and all that shit. Yeah. Manifesto. I'll fuck with those songs forever. Even his first album, Quality, which Kanye did like 4 or 5 beats. That album's fucking fire. I'll bang that, but he's got to go. Who's the last person?
Last person. Jeez. I feel like there's like a lot of repetitiveness in like the stripper rap category.
Oh.
Like, Nicki, Megan, Sawati or whatever her name is.
Sweetie.
Yeah. Like that whole like sort of, it all kind of turns into the same person after a while to me. But I don't know if they need to go.
I don't know if they need to. I think they're fine.
Yeah.
They don't really irk me that much.
Remedy.
Okay. You got it. Remedy's got to go. So Eminem, Quality. I mean, yeah, this is great. I was going to say like Kodak Black because he stresses me out. Like he's just the look of that dude and everything about him is like just gives me anxiety. I can't deal with Kodak Black. He would have been my 4th dude. But I like Remedy.
I don't know anything about him other than like he's
fucking wild, dude. He's fucking wild. That's not my shit. I think that's the last one. That might be the last of it. I think that's all of them, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot more. Like, I don't think probably none of us even need to exist, but
yeah,
I enjoy existing, so fuck you, I'm staying.
Someone said something about the train or some shit. That was something someone said to you.
The train?
Yeah, being on a train.
Oh yeah. It was about people that don't let you off. They just come right in.
I hate that shit.
This is something I've noticed. I've noticed this a lot since we started returning back to normal. Like at work, there's people that just walk in the elevator.
Damn.
Like as you're getting ready to leave, like it comes into the first floor and they just walk in and like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Fuck.
Yeah, like I've had to yell at numerous people at work, like, what's going on? Let us off the elevator. Because I've become that dude that just like yells at people at work. Like I walk out and it's like there's like people not wearing masks. Like, put your mask on.
Oh, that's you?
That's me. Because it's like students. It's like, they're supposed to have like, I'm like, just put it on. Like I know it sucks. Don't be a dick. And now like whenever I walk out, they just give me dirty looks and put it on.
Yeah, good.
It's all about conditioning.
Yeah, fuck you guys.
I learned that as an RA. You gotta be tough up front and then you could be lenient later.
You gotta start lenient. Like the Russian police, stern.
Yeah, it's like raising kids.
Oh,
if you start trying to be everybody's buddy when you gotta be a dick, they turn on you.
Dog, you know my son. Anytime I let my son like do anything remotely cool, he's always like, "What? You're gonna let me do that?" What?
Yeah.
Versus my wife's like, "Got Chick-fil-A. I got you toys. I'm picking you up from school early," and I'm always like, "Nah, bro. I don't give you shit. Never. I'll never give you anything. And when I do, it's like it's a holiday for you."
Yep.
And he's like, "Why are you nice like mommy?" I'm like, "Because mommy gives you everything all the time, every day. So if both of us did, you'd grow up to be a fucking hooligan."
Yeah.
You need that balance, bro. She got the long leash, I got the short leash.
That's exactly. You gotta have it.
That's it. So I'm about this. I think we should split this up into 2 episodes, actually.
That's cool.
Do a part 1 and 2. Bang.
Yeah, that's cool.
So then this will hold you guys down through the holiday officially. because we goddamn sure are not recording the week of Christmas. That's fucking lunacy.
No, we're not coming back until after the new year.
Yeah, we need a goddamn break. A lot of fucking rapping this year. A lot of pods. A lot of crossover pods. Yeah, go run up the old joints, and jokes aside, shouts to people that do run up the old joints. You know what I mean? They go back and check the crossover we did with Dad Bod and Mike Eagle, and
that was a fun one. We got to start thinking about the next one.
Yeah, dude. Or like the Common episode, I said I was going. With Dano, shouted that one out. That was a great one. Whatever. Go peep some of the old shits if you're so inclined to do that. Join our Patreon. Numbers are growing every day. Patreon.com/co-op culture. We've been talking. We talked briefly about some shit we might add on to make the show more interesting and differently formatted here and there. But that'll be for next year, kids. That's it. I gotta get my charger.
We're out of here, and I'm gonna going up to Montreal and I see Sun Ra.
Nice.
What up, Sun Ra?
Yes, my man Sash.
You know what I mean?
One of my peoples. Yeah, last time I saw him it was New Year's. He did DJ the fucking warehouse party in New Year's 2013. It was crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, it was dope. So shouts. Cool. It's quite cold.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be cold up there.
Yeah, it's quite cold.
But I got my route one, so I'll be all right.
Yeah, but they got the Boxing Day, so man, shit's closed.
I think that's the day we're driving up. That's like the 26th, right?
Yeah, because there's like Boxing Week, like nothing's open, like no stores. Yeah. So you just want to get coffee. It's pretty much it. Yeah. It's a good little run up there.
Yeah.
Real quick story. We'll close with this. So when I did this will be a good. This is not even a grievance. It's a good piece of advice. So, ladies, gentlemen, whoever you're dating, this is a good time of the year to really evaluate. If you're in a relationship, a new relationship, it's a great time of the year to evaluate the future. Right. I say that to say, I was in a relationship. We took a trip to go see Sun Ra from Philly to Montreal. The flight was stupid expensive, but we took a train, right? And it was like $150. But the train was 14 hours long on a train, right? On like Amtrak, 14-hour train ride to Montreal, 14 hours back. But again, it was just like stupid fucking cheap compared to flying. So we did it. So before this trip, I was like, oh, this girl's gonna be my wife. This is it. We did that fucking 14-hour ride one way up. Guess what I realized after that 14-hour ride?
Nope.
I'm done with this bitch. Over. Okay. So the party was cool. Montreal was amazing. Bagels are popping. Everyone's very friendly. But that 14-hour ride back, that shit was awkward. So I say that to say, this time of the year, when it's high stress, we got the Omicron, we got traveling for fucking families and all that. If you're in a newish relationship or something you think is going to be long-term, you see how it goes with the holidays and the traveling and all that shit. You'll really see what it's about with this person because you're going to be in high stress at some point. And if that shit looks bad, cut your fucking losses and move on. That's all I'm going to say. Because my dumbass did 28 hours of round trip in a fucking train and was like, oh, well, maybe it'll get better. And part of me knew like, nah, this is over. But I didn't want to admit defeat. So all it did was like stop me from dating and marrying my wife sooner, which is still dope. But I say that for everybody. If you just keep your eyes open, keep your third eye open. Don't cut out that voice inside being like, yo, you got to break up with this motherfucker. You're going to be your fucking friends. You're going to be dealing with anti-vaxxer weirdo motherfucker. You're going to be dealing with all this shit this year. So don't feel bad. And you definitely have to break up before Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
Do not listen. If you realize the jig is up by like January 7th, do not feel guilty about breaking up before or during or right after Valentine's Day. No. Move the fuck on, man. Get out of that shit. Don't do it.
It's not fair to either of you.
Right. So then after Valentine's Day, now you got to tack on like another 2 weeks before you break up with them. So now it's basically March. So you just added on 2 months of wasting your time and their time. Yeah. So do that for yourself, man. And then go prosper and find love in other ways. That's all. That's from me to you. The more you know.
Yeah, it's important, man. It's easy to get caught up on not wanting to be alone and getting some.
All right, we're called Culture Alaska. This is about Castro's We back up in no time. We down in like fucking Dennis Rodman out here.
Yeah, man. Happy New Year. Happy holidays.
You got it.
And spend time with